And welcome back, everybody. Continuing our travel around the globe at some of the best golf destinations there are. And you're going to love Casa de Campo as we discuss that. And many of you may have been to the Dominican Republic. I've never been, looking forward to it. But again, remember to catch our show, CBS Sports HQ, PGA Tour Radio, and SiriusXM. Also, you can watch the show, audio and video, on our YouTube channel. It's The Old Gab Box. And a lot of people are dialing in. We love that. And also, our blowtorch station in the southeastern part of the United States, Tide 100.9. And so with that, we'll give Jason Kycek a roll Tide. Jason, welcome to the show, my friend. How are you?
Hey, Doug. Great to be here and great to see you.
Jason is the Senior VP, Chief Marketing Officer for Casa de Campo. It's in La Romana, Dominican Republic. I think I said that right, Jason.
You did. It's a little tongue twister, but you did pretty good.
I'm just so excited about it. You know, you hear so much about the DR. Obviously, there's been professional tournaments down there. You and I have friends and colleagues that spend a lot of time down at your place. I mean, it's an exciting place to be, and it really is a hidden gem, right?
Yeah, it is. It's been one of these very special property that over the years has evolved into being continue to being a world-class destination. But it amazes me, Doug, to this day, how many people, especially golfers, have still yet to have been here or even really know much about Casa de Campo. And so that's been part of the fun we've been having here over the years since I've been here. It's just getting Casa de Campo exposed to more and more people, and we hear a common theme every time somebody comes here. They can't believe they never had been here before, and they never want to go anywhere else once they come here. So it's a special place, and actually it's our 50th anniversary this year we're celebrating. So it's a big milestone marker for us in the company, and we're doing a lot of fun things to celebrate the 50th anniversary that we'll we can share with you and your audience as well as we go along.
Yeah, no, I'm excited about that. Hey, tell us before we get into the golf, because you have three Pete Diet golf courses, and we'll talk about Teeth of the Dog, which is the creme de la creme, and you're redoing it, which is kind of cool in itself. But for the people listening and watching, Jace, getting down to the DR, it's pretty easy. It's not as difficult as some people might think.
Not at all, and that's another common thing I hear from people when they first come here. They go, I didn't realize it was so close. You know, you're less than 2 hours from Miami. It's a 3.5 hour flight from New York, Boston, Chicago. Lots of nonstop flights into the country. Tourism's been booming here the last 5 years, especially. But getting here, yeah, it's super easy. There's two big airports that are 45 minutes to an hour away from us. But the unique thing with us is we have our own airport in La Romana. It's our company's airport. It's a big commercial airport, but also has a private jet airport in it as well, too. And for us, out of the U.S. last year, one of our biggest, success stories last year was we were able to have American Airlines commit to flying into our airport starting out in Miami last December. So it's even easier to get here now, and literally, once you land on an airport, you're 5 minutes from the property. It's like flying, you feel like you're flying private. So you have daily flights out of American Airlines in Miami into La Romana. So yeah, very easy to get to. And then even Canada has nonstop charters into our airport as well too, including Air Canada Vacations, or Air Canada Airlines, I should say.
You know, I was doing a little research before you came on, and I'm fascinated by your property, Casa de Campo. And you know, if you Google it, one of the questions is it bigger than Central Park in New York? You guys are actually 5 times bigger than Central Park, which is a pretty big place. But even still, it's 5 times bigger than Central.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but it's still very quaint, right there on the cliffs and the water. It's a fascinating place.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I think that one of the things I used to describe Casa de Campo is it's 7,000-acre private gated community, but it's still intimate enough you can get around in a golf cart to anything you want to do or go and see. So it's anything is a 5 to 10 minute golf cart ride away. So which makes it it just creates more of an intimate feel. You don't need a car to get around in. Getting around in a golf cart is part of the experience here. Every guest when they stay with us, whether it's in our resort rooms or our villas, every room comes with a golf cart included, and that's part of the experience when you're here. You can just drive throughout the 7,000 acres and go exploring. or when you're here with family or friends, if not everybody's playing golf, you have the flexibility of, okay, you're playing golf, but then your wife and kids or your friends, they can go to the beach, they can go ride horses, they can do whatever, and everybody has their own golf cart to get around it.
It sounds fantastic. All right, let's talk a little golf. I mean, that's why we're here. Now, Teeth of the Dog is the gym. Again, a Pete Dye design, the late, great Hall of Famer Pete Dye. And he loved it down there, by the way. And that's going through a renovation right now, and it's going to be, I mean, it's already awesome, but it's going to be spectacular when you reopen. But then you got the other two, Jace. You got the Dye 4 course, and you got the links. Tell us about the other two layouts, which I guess for the next few months, that's where you would play if you come down.
Yeah, correct. And we also have a private country club on property too, the La Romana Country Club, which is another 4th Pete Dye course. So thankfully we have that course, and the members were gracious enough to let us use 9 holes on that course to back up into the Dye 4. The Dye 4 has 27 holes, so we actually took 9 holes on the country club course and created another full 18-hole course. So our people who come to play golf here today, they still have 3 full championship Pete Dye courses to play while Teeth is going through this regeneration project. And Dye 4, has been another just very special course. That hasn't had all of the notoriety Teeth has had. Teeth's always overshadowed it. But what we've seen over the years, we always kind of do just a random poll with our golfers here when they come here, and we always ask them, which course did you like the best, Teeth or Dye 4? And it's about 50-50 today. Will say they like Dye 4 better than Teeth. It's a more challenging course. It's a breathtakingly beautiful course as well, but it's along, as you mentioned, along the Chavon River Valley. So it's technically we have 2 distinct water courses on property. Teeth with the ocean, and this one with the Chavon River. So it's another unique experience for our guests to be able to play. And then the links course is our interior course, which most guys tell me they'd be happy just to have that course as their signature course in their property. So we're very blessed to have these amazing golf courses to choose from and for our guests to enjoy.
Hey, tell me this now, because it's interesting. I was kind of rolling through some pictures there and looking at some videos. The Dye 4 course, it says it has 7 scenic holes, the cliffside holes. So I guess you're looking down at the river, right?
Yeah. Yep. And it's spectacular. Some movies have been filmed in there. The Apocalypse Now, some of the helicopter scenes they had, because the cliffs are so high in this river valley, below. But you can see the ocean from up there as well too. So they're just spectacular panoramic views of not only the cliffs looking down at the river, but the ocean from there too, as well. So again, it's we're very very blessed to have all these incredible Pete Dye design courses.
I mean, Pete Dye, obviously, he's one of the most famous designers in the history of the game. And when he got a piece of property like you guys have right there where you can look down at the Caribbean, you have that river streaming through. Yep. He loves those cliff holes. I guess when you go out there, you can tell it's a Pete Dye course.
Oh, yeah. And then, of course, he sprinkles in his famous pot bunkers and his railroad ties and everything in there as well, too. So I think Dye 4 is a little more unforgiving course and tends to beat guys up a little bit. But the Teeth is more of a friendlier course. But, those 7 holes on the ocean, the guys just get out there. They don't want to move. It's fun. Especially when you're coming in from a nice cold climate like, Canada or New York or Wisconsin where I'm from, You get that sun, you get out of the winter, and you get there on that hole, you don't want to move. So
that's funny. Jason Kycek, our guest, by the way, Senior VP, Chief Marketing Officer, Casa de Campo. And I was wondering about your accent there. Wisconsin. Yes, Wisconsin all the way.
Born and bred, cheesehead, Packer fan, you know it. Gotta be.
Hey, tell me this about the temperature. You mentioned it is cold in Canada, New York. Obviously, northeastern part of the United States is getting hammered right now with another cold front. That's why I'm looking forward to getting down to Florida next week for the PGA Tour because things are warming up. But I'm looking at your temps right now. You're talking about low to mid 80s every day. Now's a good time at Casa de Campo, right?
Now's a great time to come. Yeah, and that's one of the things too is I've met other guests or more and more guests when they come here. I met one family a few weeks ago. They said, "Yeah, we always they're from Chicago," and they said we always would go and stay or for the winter or take a vacation in Florida. But they said the last 4 or 5 years when they go, it's freezing cold in Florida.
It is.
Where they can't even go on the beach. And I know that. I was just at the PGA show in Orlando and last month. It was freezing cold. And so they were like, we heard about your place, so we decided to come last year, and it was like, beautiful, 80 degrees, sunny. So they said things are even changing in Florida. So we're, if you want to be guaranteed sunny, warm weather, we've got it. So not gonna get in the 40s or 50s here. Never happens.
Now, it is seasonal though, right, Jason? Because like I'm planning a trip to come down in July. That's 5-6 months from now. I mean, is that super hot in July?
Yeah, I always equate the climate similar to South Florida.
Gotcha.
In the summer. So the difference being is I used to live in Florida too. So being here, it doesn't get as hot and humid. It gets hot though in the summer, no question. And of course it's more of the rainier season too. But the thing I like with for whatever reason geographically where this place was built, the rain always seems to just like come in for an hour or two and blow away. Very rarely will it rain all day long or weeks long. I mean, I remember living in Florida. I mean, it would rain for weeks at times. I'm like, what happened to the Sunshine State? So yeah, it's hot and warm, but it's similar to Florida in Miami in the summer.
Tell me this too, because it is interesting. I saw the villas, and that's probably where I may stay bring family down. Those villas look spectacular, Jason. You got the swimming pool and the whole bit out there.
They're probably the whole property's popular, but the villa experience has been the fastest growing, experience for our guests. We have beautiful resort rooms. We actually built the brand new, we call them our Premier Suites in the Premier Club. Brand new suites we built. It's like a Four Seasons level product. We built those about a year and a half ago. It's like a boutique hotel within the hotel. But our villa product is just a wonderful experience for families or couples or golfers coming together. They range from 3 bedrooms to 12 bedrooms. They all come, as you mentioned, with their own pool and jacuzzi. But I think even more appealing, they come with their own private maid and butler, and they cook you breakfast every morning.
Wow.
Serve it to you. They're there throughout the day to take care of you. They come with your own golf carts, and it's just an incredible experience. A lot of guys choose to even do we have a private chef in villa experience. You can have a private chef come in and cook you whatever you want for dinner, or do a barbecue or whatever. Guys traveling together, they love it. One's barbecuing, one's bartending, and another one's playing cards and smoking cigars. So it's a great experience for everybody.
And what is the one food when you come to the DR? What is the one food you have to have? What is it?
I can't put just one. There's so much good food here. You got to have the rice and beans first of all. Then they have mango, which is a good breakfast dish that is common here. And our main restaurant serves that for breakfast anyway. Then you have the tostones, which are the fried plantains. They're like French fries. They're French fries, but I like them even better. There's just so much good food here. And the fruits and vegetables are here all just super fresh. Everything's growing here. And the cuisine we have here in the restaurants on property, they're some of the best I've ever been in. And I think that's one of the things also when people come here their first time, they're blown away with the quality of our restaurants and the diversity of our restaurants. There's really something for everybody here, and everybody's tastes.
Wow, I'm getting excited. Hey, before I let you go, it is interesting. I have a place in Alabama, and this past summer, MLB played a game here. We have the oldest ballpark in America, Rickwood Field. Pedro Martinez was here.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, and I had a chance to just talk to him briefly. We're talking golf, and he loves Casa de Campo. I mean, of course, he's a proud man who grew up in the Dominican Republic, and so Al Horford. I went to the University of Florida, and he was on the great back-to-back national championship team, still playing. I mean, these guys are all from the DR. It's pretty amazing for a small country. You got some pretty special athletes, obviously a lot of baseball players.
Well, I think in Major League Baseball, the number one, Latin country, percentage-wise, of baseball players are from the Dominican Republic. So,
yes.
Yeah, they definitely have a talent for that here. And Major League Baseball camps are all over here. It's great. We get a lot of the ball players that stay with us. A lot of ball players own homes here with us as well, too. And we do some fun stuff with them. We actually have our own baseball team. There's 8 baseball teams, like minor league teams in the Dominican Republic, and our company owns one of them called the Los Toros.
Oh,
And it's a great experience that the baseball season here usually starts end of November, beginning December, and our stadium is 15 minutes from here. Beautiful stadium, and we promote that to our guests when they come here. You can go and experience a real Dominican baseball game in the Dominican Republic, and we have a VIP service. We have a concierge that takes our guests to the game. We have VIP tickets. And it's just an incredible experience to have that experience of a baseball game in the Dominican Republic and see how they do it here in their culture. They instead of hot dogs and popcorn and stuff serving around, you can buy fried chicken and of course beer. But you can smoke cigars in one section of the stadium, and that's what most guys like to go. They're like, where else can you go and watch a baseball game and smoke a cigar? So
wow,
a lot of fun.
I like it.
That's
kind of fun.
Meet people. And I'd love to have you come down here and see it yourself.
Yeah, I'm planning on it, Jason. Hey, what is the beer you drink down there? Is there a certain beer in the DR?
Number one beer is called Presidente. And, it is their iconic beer for the country, and it's a great beer. Being from Wisconsin,
Yes.
I've had my share of beer, but it's a great beer. But that's the number one brand down here, Presidente.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, I'm glad we kind of broke the ice today, so to speak, this time of year. And I look forward to having you back on, and also some other people there from Casa de Campo. I know you got some pretty good golfers down there with some great stories.
Yes, we do. There's so much history here. Like I said, Doug, it's we're celebrating our 50th year anniversary here, and it's just fortunately we have some guys on our team who've been here for 40 plus years, and they can tell you all kinds of great stories, and especially good Pete Dye stories and everything as well too. So appreciate you letting us come on and share some of our special things about Casa de Campo in the Dominican Republic.
Hey, Jason, we appreciate it. I look forward to the next time we have you on, and hopefully it'll be in a few weeks.
Look forward to it, Doug.
Thanks, bud.
You bet. Bye-bye.